liberty, equality, and oops, the French Revolution. Alright, history enthusiasts, prepare for a whirlwind tour through the streets of 18th century France. We're diving headfirst into the French Revolution, a chaotic, dramatic, and ultimately unforgettable period that redefined the world. Forget your polite tea parties and powdered wigs. This is a revolution with a capital R, complete with guillotines, passionate speeches, and enough plot twist to fill a royal court. When Paris became a powder keg. Bonjour, mes amis. Today, we're not just dipping our toes into the French Revolution. Oh no, we're cannonballing into the Seine, right in the middle of the chaos. Imagine, the year is 1789, and France is a pressure cooker ready to explode. The air crackles with discontent, the streets buzz with rumors, and the scent of revolution is stronger than a French cheese market on a hot summer day, and that's pretty strong. This isn't just a story of kings and queens. It's a tale of ordinary people rising up, demanding change, and accidentally creating a historical roller coaster that would make even the most seasoned thrill seeker dizzy. If you think your family gatherings are dramatic, just imagine the Estates General. Talk about awkward silences and passive-aggressive notes. The Ancien Régime crumbles, a tale of 2 lunches and 1 very expensive cake. Let's set the stage. France, under the Ancien Régime, was a society of stark contrasts. The first estate, the clergy, and the second estate, the nobility, lived lives of unimaginable luxury, while the third estate, everyone else, struggled to survive. Picture this: Marie Antoinette, with her towering hairdos and extravagant gowns, casually suggesting, let them eat cake, while peasants starved in the streets. Spoiler alert, they did not eat cake. And Marie Antoinette never actually said, let them eat cake. The phrase was attributed to her years later, likely as a piece of propaganda to fuel anti-monarchy sentiment. Still, it perfectly captures the disconnect between the elite and the commoners. The Third Estate, comprising everyone from wealthy merchants to impoverished farmers, bore the brunt of taxation, yet had little to no political power. They were tired of being treated like second-class citizens, tired of watching their hard-earned money fund the lavish lifestyle of the privileged few. The seeds of revolution were sown in the fertile ground of inequality and injustice. Here's a little fun fact. The French tax system was a convoluted mess. There were taxes on salt, taxes on wine, taxes on playing cards. Basically, if you enjoyed it, you paid for it. It's like a modern-day subscription service, but with less convenience and way more pitchforks. Storming the Bastille, a prison break with a revolutionary flair. The simmering discontent finally reached a boiling point on July 14, 1789. The people of Paris, fueled by anger and desperation, stormed the Bastille, a medieval fortress and symbol of royal tyranny. This wasn't just a prison break. It was a symbolic act of defiance, a declaration that the people were taking back the power. Imagine this: a ragtag mob, armed with pitchforks, muskets, and sheer determination, marching towards the Bastille. The air is thick with tension, the streets are filled with chanting, and the smell of gunpowder mingles with the scent of fear. It's like a historical flash mob, but with more cobblestones and less choreography. The fall of the Bastille sent shockwaves through France and beyond. It marked the beginning of the French Revolution, a period of radical change that would transform the nation and inspire revolutions across the globe. For a little historical context, the storming of the Bastille is celebrated as a national holiday in France. Bastille Day is a reminder of the power of the people to overthrow tyranny and fight for their freedom. And yes, there are fireworks. Lots of fireworks. Viva la Revolution! The Reign of Terror, when things got a little choppy. The revolution wasn't all sunshine and roses. The fight for power led to the rise and fall of various factions, each with their own vision for the new France. The Jacobins, led by the radical Maximilien Robespierre, gained control and ushered in the Reign of Terror, a period of intense violence and paranoia. Think high school cafeteria gone wrong. Imagine a school cafeteria, but instead of food fights, there are political purges. And instead of detention, there's the guillotine. It's like a historical version of Mean Girls, but with more powdered wigs and less pink. During the Reign of Terror, thousands of people were executed, including Marie Antoinette and many of the revolution's early leaders. The guillotine became a symbol of the revolution's dark side, a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked power. Robespierre, despite his radicalism, was initially a staunch advocate for human rights. He opposed the death penalty and slavery. But power corrupts, and Robespierre's descent into paranoia and violence serves as a cautionary tale. Napoleon Bonaparte, from artillery officer to Emperor of Europe. Amidst the chaos of the Revolution, a young artillery officer named Napoleon Bonaparte rose to prominence. A brilliant military strategist and a charismatic leader, Napoleon seized power in a coup d'etat and eventually declared himself Emperor of France. Imagine this: a short, ambitious general with a knack for strategy and a flair for the dramatic. He's like a historical rock star, captivating audiences with his speeches and leading his troops to victory. But, like all rock stars, he eventually lets the fame get to his head, even though it wasn't that far for it to go. Napoleon embarked on a series of conquests that reshaped the map of Europe. He introduced legal reforms, modernized the French bureaucracy, and spread the ideas of the revolution across the continent. But his ambition ultimately led to his downfall, and he was eventually exiled to the remote island of St. Helena. Napoleon's military campaigns were legendary. He won numerous battles against superior forces, employing innovative tactics and inspiring his troops with his charisma. But his ego and overconfidence ultimately led to his defeat at the Battle of Waterloo. A legacy of change, the revolution's enduring echoes. Despite its violence and excesses, the French Revolution left a lasting legacy. It challenged the absolute power of monarchs, promoted the ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity, and inspired revolutions around the world. How about some philosophy musings? The French Revolution was heavily influenced by Enlightenment ideas, particularly the writings of Rousseau and Montesquieu. These thinkers emphasized the importance of individual rights, popular sovereignty, and the separation of powers. Their ideas shaped the revolution's goals and continue to influence democratic thought today. The Revolution also had a profound impact on French society, leading to the abolition of feudalism, the redistribution of land, and the establishment of a more egalitarian legal system. For modern connection, the ideas of the French Revolution continue to resonate today, as people around the world struggle for democracy, human rights, and social justice. The revolution serves as a reminder that change is possible, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable obstacles. Want to dive deeper? www.historyrats.com has you covered. Don't just take our word for it. Explore the French Revolution in all its gory glory at historyrats.com. We offer a treasure trove of articles, videos, and interactive resources, including a virtual tour of the Bastille and a guillotine simulator. Just kidding, mostly. Join our online community and share your passion for history with fellow revolution enthusiasts. A revolution to remember, and maybe avoid repeating, The French Revolution was a chaotic, complex, and ultimately transformative period in history. It's a story of idealism and violence, hope and despair, and the enduring struggle for liberty and equality. So the next time you hear the words French Revolution, remember the storming of the Bastille, the Reign of Terror, and Napoleon's rise and fall. Remember the ideas that inspired the revolution and the lessons it teaches us about the dangers of unchecked power and the importance of social justice. And remember, revolutions are messy. They're like cooking a gourmet meal in a kitchen that's on fire. But sometimes the end result is worth the chaos. Here's a final thought. The French Revolution reminds us that history is not just a collection of dates and facts. It's a living, breathing story that continues to shape our world. And sometimes, it's a story that involves a lot of beheadings. Until next time, be good to each other. Oh, P.S. If you're ever in Paris, be sure to visit the Conciergerie, the former prison where Marie Antoinette spent her final days. It's a somber reminder of the revolution's human cost. And maybe grab a croissant while you're there. Just try not to think about cake.